Una pregunta, a question very important for us. As a new Muslims, do we have to follow a madhhab? A school of thought?
No, a madhhab.
Oh, a madhhab.
A madhhab. What did I say?
No, I just.
I'm sorry, my Arabic.
No, as new Muslims, the issue of a madhhab or a school of thought is something that might develop later in life if you learn so much about Islamic law that you decide, okay, I want to stick to one particular school. But like the early Muslims, I mean, the madhhab didn't exist for the early Muslims, the companions of the Prophet, and your biggest teacher is the Quran. Your biggest teacher is the Quran, and the Quran is like any book. If you any but I mean, very exceptional type of book. The more intimate you become with it, the more it gives you. The Quran is like a living being. The more you befriend it, the more it befriends you and reveals to you layers of meaning. And then beyond that, what you need for the heart of your Islam is well known. The Shahada, the prayer, the fasting, the zakah, and what are known as the 5 pillars that I start out the great theft with. That is the essence of your Islam. Beyond that, it is developing your relationship with Allah, and that becomes your true guide. Because who are the most pious women that you and I know? You always find that the most pious women are the women who shine with dignity and a sense of. Think of examples. Think of like Zizi Alfi, yourself. The women who are truly pious, they are strong. Muslim women, they're strong, and they're never weak. They're never broken. You look at them and you say, they know who they are, and that's what a relationship with Allah does for you. It doesn't weaken you. It makes you. It elevates you. It raises you, and it does. It makes you. It forces you either people deal with you as a divine human being, or you don't deal with them. So anything that degrades you, anything that takes you away from your divinity, from that sense of, as Ibn Arabi used to say, the sense of glow of beauty around you. Anything that you feel takes away from the liberation of Islam, the emancipation of Islam, then you should stay away from it. And when you think what takes us away from this, we know it innately. When we go to a place where there is gambling, we can feel the discomfort. When we go to a place where people are drunk, we can feel the discomfort. When we go to a place where people are angry and yelling and disrespecting us, we know that this is not consistent with our Islam. The Prophet ﷺ used to say the earmark of the vintage mark of a Muslim is tranquility, tranquil dignity. And you feel it in your heart. A Muslim is never a broken human being. And that is what Islam does for you. And that is more important than a madhhab. If you want to know the earmark of Iman, you're not an excitable human being that keeps like popcorn, that keeps popping up every time something happens that excites them. The earmark is because you're anchored in Allah. Allah is your staple. And the character of the Prophet ﷺ himself, we know that he was extremely beloved by companions, but he was an extremely tranquil, stable human being. When we talk about following something, that is the critical image that we must follow, to imitate that sense of dignity and tranquility that the Prophet ﷺ had. Even to the point that the Prophet ﷺ, when he saw some people running to catch prayer, he said, no, don't do that because it's not consistent with dignity. Meaning, be heavy. Know that you are the bearer of divinity. And that is far more important as a Muslim to follow and to emulate, attempt to reproduce than any madhhab. A madhhab might come later if you become so learned that you say, oh, I know 10 different opinions on a legal matter and I want to stick to one school. And it's not
Okay.
right now.